Let's Get Lost was published by Alloy Entertainment in 2014 in New York and is written by Adi Al-Saad. Layla is a 17-year-old girl that has decided she would take a drive all the way from New Orleans, Louisiana to Fairbanks, Alaska in her beat-up old red car in order to see the Northern Lights. During her journey, she meets 4 people that she helps through some things in their lives, and they also will become lifelong friends of hers. The first person she meets is in Mississippi, and his name is Hudson. She helps him realize what he really wants in life and to not be afraid to make yourself happy. The second person she meets is in Kansas. Her name is Bree, who is a troubled teenager about Layla's age that Layla shows it is never too late to apologize and to try to give people a second chance. The third is Elliot, and he lives in Minnesota and just needs to be reassured that everything will eventually work itself out and to not give up when something doesn't go his way right away. The last person she meets before arriving in Alaska is Sonia, and she lives on the Canadian border. Layla helps her come to terms with what has happened in her past and tries to help her move on without feeling guilty about it. Each person she meets along the way always asks about where Layla is from and why she is doing all of this. And for each person, her answer is always different, because even though she is good at helping others through their hard times, she is resistant to allowing herself to be helped. Once she arrives in Alaska, she is finally honest about what has happened to her, revealing why seeing the Northern Lights is so important to her in the first place. She finally sees them and now understands why everyone says they are so magical, but sadly she didn't find what she was looking for when it was all over and decided to return home. Slowly realizing she may never come to terms with what has happened in her past, she gets ready for the next school year, only to get a surprise at the end that she finally realizes what she was looking for this whole time. The author Adi Al-Saad is a young writer born and raised in Mexico City, Mexico. Once he graduated high school, he attended the University of Nevada, Las Vegas, and once he graduated from there, he moved to California for a few years before returning to Mexico City, where he continues to write and coach basketball. The president of Mexico today is Enrique Pena Nieto, and during his life, El Chapo has been arrested and broken out of prison, and also the 2009 swine flu epidemic that took at least 1,000 lives has happened. 3 other famous people that have lived during his lifetime are Britney Spears, Justin Bieber, and Justin Timberlake. I believe that the time in which he lived influenced his writing because traveling has become an everyday occurrence, especially just being able to be a phone call away. Traveling is also something he likes to do, so writing about it comes naturally to him. I chose this book because I needed a book to read and was running out of time, so I took Kaylee down to the library with me and told her to find me a good book, which ended in me leaving with Let's Get Lost. With that being said though, this book brings up good issues on how everyone is always dealing with their own problems and sometimes they just need a friend to be there for them, no questions asked. It also teaches that no matter how hard people try, the ending will never be how they envision it, but it could be the one that they needed to have in order to help them through whatever is going on. A lot of teenagers can relate to this because someone could be the happiest person in the world, but they really just want someone to truly ask them how they are and actually listen to them. Everyone finds their way differently, but most of the success stories all have that one person they could trust with their life there with them, helping them every step of the way. Overall, this is a very good book and I would highly recommend it.